Hi, welcome back to Forwards. Thanks for watching another video. We're going to do a bike check today of a brand new Forwards One build. This is going out just before Christmas 2023, so it's probably going to be our last video before we break up and then crack on with the festive 500 ourselves. So we'll do a standard bike build, bike check should I say, top to bottom. We'll talk about the frame and the finish of the frame. It's quite special, this one. And then we'll do a full top to bottom of the build. So first of all, we'll show you the paintwork. I don't know if we class this as paintwork or lack of paintwork. It's finished in the UD carbon. So it's a clear coat over polished carbon. And then we've got some airbrush effect in places around where the graphics are. And then the graphics, as we're talking about, those are finished in Titania Grigio, which is actually a Ferrari colour, which is a titanium sort of grey colour with a lot of metallic in there. That colour actually, if you're interested, is the exact same colour as our Team Gravel X race bikes are finished in. So both James and myself have got ours finished in that colour. So that's how they're done in that colour. So as standard with a Forwards One, we've got the model on the top, and we've got the Forwards graphic around the front of the head tube, just at the bottom there, and you can get an idea there of the marble effect of the carbon, which just looks incredible. It's really sort of showing up on the fork there, and then that Titania Grigio graphic there as well. And then going down onto the down tube there, it's got the Forwards graphics on the down tube. This is all obviously clear coat carbon fibre. I've moved the bike into different lighting today because one of our regular customers, David, I'll give you a shout out, David Guild, he said that he couldn't see it very well in the video, so just wanted to try and show that off a little bit better. That's that clear coat, and then on that top tube there, so you can actually see the seam there where the two halves of the frames joined together in the mould, which is pretty cool. So that's that. It's got quite a lot of shield on this one, so you can see the shield line here. There's like a seam just going down because it's got like an anti-chip protector on the bottom of that tube there, which is what the customers asked for. And then we've put some additional shield in behind the chain set, just in case you had any chain suck or the chain drop. There's just some protection there. And then we got the shield across the chain stay with a little extension that we always fit on, just to protect that. And then you should be able to see through there the UD carbon, so just literally the carbon weave. A bit more of the effect down there around the bottom bracket. Just looking pretty smart. And then we've also got the build number on the inside of the chainstay as always, so build 48, so we're just getting closer to that 50 mark. And that's how that's finished. And we got the shield protection on the inside of the calipers on the other side there, just to protect the frame when you're putting the wheels in and out, if you're swapping wheels over, so you don't chip the paintwork off. And then there's a little bit of that shield in there as well, just at the back there. So that's kind of how that's finished. Just a couple of other sort of pans there, just to show you the effect of that carbon. So it's the frame. This is size, should have said actually earlier on, this is size 49. This is exactly the same size as Lewis's, same size as James's and mine actually. So it's a size 49, which is the equivalent of a 56. It's just a more compact frame, if you see there. So you've got a lot of extension on the seat post. So we'll talk about the finishing kit. So this is Josh's bike, and he's just gone all out with it really. It's absolutely beautiful. It's finished in the Pro Vibe finishing kit. So we've got the carbon aero stem, the Pro Vibe carbon aero stem in a 100mm. We'll come to the chimney in a second, don't panic about that, but we'll talk about that in just a sec as we come around there. And then the handlebar, it's got the carbon aero handlebars. So these aren't the super light, these are the normal ones. So there's just a sort of 20 grams or so difference. But actually the super light, I think, in my own opinion, it does match matches the stem a bit nicer than mine because it's all gloss. So the gloss effect looks a bit better than what mine does, because I've got the super light handlebar with the aero stem, but I think this looks better if I'm going to sort of pick holes in mine, should I say. It's the out front computer mount there, that's our own one which we've sourced ourselves, and that's a very sort of like a very specific fit to go with the Vibe Aero stem there. So if you see it, it mounts up underneath. It's a very strange interface here in comparison to normal. So they're sort of specific ones we've got in, and then we supply that with the Garmin and the Wahoo insert all as part of a kit. And then we also, because you know how much we like our stainless steel bolts, we swap out the bolts in the kit, and we've got stainless steel bolts there as well. So this particular build's got the silver bolts, not the black ones. So that's on there. Bar tape, it's got the BHT 14, which is the 2mm thick bar tape. Finish the bar tape in a figure of 8 round the hoods there, and then the end tape is a matching end tape, and then the gaps on this particular build, I've done that at 125mm, so that gap there is 125 both sides, so 125 there, 125 there. And I've done it slightly different under here this time, so instead of using a normal reel of insulating tape under there, I've just done a 5mm band of insulating tape, so a really narrow insulating tape that we've got in, and just done a little tiny band to hold the tape on, and then we've put the end tape on there, so that's a bit of a smoother transition onto the aero bar, which looks pretty cool. So that's that. I'll just show you that chimney area just in case anyone's having any heart attacks over it. So at the moment we're just sort of setting this customer up for the first time with a road bike. He's not had a road bike for a while, so while we're working on flexibility with him, we've just set the stem there a bit higher than normal. So it's got 2 10mm spacers underneath, so it gives us 20 in total. And then we've put a 15mm spacer on the top. So normally our chimney would be 10mm. I've just left another 5mm on top just for a bit more space to be able to move things around. And then as soon as we know where we're at, we'll trim that down and then get the stereo where we want it to be. And then we'll either go with an aero top cap or leave my preferred 10mm chimney on top of it there. And then he's also chosen the matching Pro carbon fibre top cap as well to go with his cockpit. So that'll lead us normally into our group set, so we might as well talk about the group set. We fitted this with the very nice Shimano 12-speed Ultegra group set. So the brand new group set that we've got now. So Ultegra, and it's a standard 2x group set on this one, like we've done with a lot of our ones this year. So as you say, so the Ultegra 12-speed levers, and then moving down to the Ultegra chain set. So we've got the normal 2x, and then we're running a compact on this. So this is a 50-34, and it's a 170 length crank arm. Has got the Garmin power pedals on there. This is a dual-sided set. So we've just moved those over from another bike. So it's got Garmin dual-sided power on it. And then it just gives them the benefit actually with the pedals, just to go back to them really quickly. It just means we can swap them between this and his GR20 gravel bike, which he's got. And then that just means that he's only got by power once, and just swap the pedals about. We've discussed with him about waxing the chain, because I think he's going to want to go to wax chain, but this is running just the chain out of the packet at the moment, and that's just for indexing. So we'd always index the bike first of all with a packeted chain, and then we'd wax it afterwards, because as you know, with a wax chain straight away, they're quite stiff until you've ridden it for a few miles. Front mechanisms, obviously the Ultegra 12-speed matching front mech, Ultegra chain, and then at the moment we've got a stand-in cassette because there's a bit of a stock issue in the UK of the Ultegra cassette, so that's on back order, and that was due just after Christmas, and we didn't want him to wait until just after Christmas, so I've given him a 105 cassette just as a stand-in, and that's the 105 12-speed 1134. So he's got a 1-to-1 ratio climbing gear, and then we've got the lovely Ultegra 12-speed long cage rear mech with the O-ring to keep the cable all nicely out of the way. So that's all on there nicely. Brake wise, we are running the matching Ultegra brakes, obviously 12 speed, and these are the brand new ones with the extra sort of 10% clearance, so you've got a bit more pad clearance there. And I will turn the bike round in a second just to show off the rotors, or I can turn it on the front. So you show the rotor off there. So it's got we've put the XTR/Dura-Race rotors on there, and we swapped out the Ultegra rotors and gone with those instead. And this bike's actually running 160 rotors front and back. And the reason we've gone 160 front and back is the customer, as I said earlier, has also got a GR20 on from us. And on his GR20, he's got 2 sets of wheels. So he's got his road set and his gravel set. And it does mean that we can use his other road set, which is a 60 deep. So this is a 40, and then his other set, so it's a 50 or a 60 actually, one of the two. It just means he's got a second set of carbon wheels, carbon aero wheels with a different tyre on that he can use easily, because it's got a 160 rotor as well. You just have to swap his cassette over, and then he can use a second set of wheels, because the tyre size is the same on those wheels. So with his Forwards One, so this particular one, we've spec'd it with a Vittoria Corsa Next, and that's in a 700 by 30. We've got 60mm of sealant in there, using the orange seal on there. And then these ones over the last bike, which we showed you, which was the Lewis's Forwards One, the tyre labels are lined up better, which is nice. So they're all good. So you can see that. Little details down the bottom there. Got muck off dust caps. Don't know if you're a dust cap fan or not, but we just put them on because it's got the valve tool in this one. So that's got a built-in valve tool on it. Don't know if I can sort of zoom in there to show you, or if actually you're that bothered about seeing it. It's not focusing, so we'll leave that. But anyway, trust me, it's got a valve tool built in there, and then we've got the matching front valve cap there as well. Just nice little details which we like. And then I've already covered the wheels slightly in the video anyway, but this is the Hunt Carbon 40 aero wheels there, with the nicer hub. And then judging by that sound, that is probably Lewis just turning up. So if that is not Lewis, sorry Lewis isn't on this one, it's Josh. So if that's Josh, I'm going to come and answer the door. Josh, hope you enjoy your bike. Merry Christmas to everyone. That's a quick finish of the video. I might add a bit in a second. Just thought we'd cut into the video quickly just to show you the bottom bracket. We're running the Shimano Ultegra bottom bracket on this particular build. I just cutting back in just to do another couple of bits on this. It was Josh at the door, so I've just let him in. We talked about his bike and he's about to take it. So just going to cover over bits that I have forgotten in the other video. So first of all, saddle wise, it has got the Pro Stealth saddle, which is our standard fitment. It's a 142 width if anyone's interested, and that's on our normal carbon 180 seat post there. Bottle cages, it's fitted with the Elite Custom Plus in Stealth, which is the standard cages we use, and then we've gone with the black stainless steel fittings on this build. So black stainless steel Allen key bolt with the oversized washer that we're using there just to protect the bottle cage. We have added his Wahoo on now, so that's on the front all paired up. We're just about to change his pages in a second for him before he goes home and double check the fit. That's all done. Wheel wise, just to cover that off, the other set of wheels Josh has got are 50mm. So he'll have 2 sets of wheels for this, a 50mm deep and a 40mm deep. That just happens to be that he's got a set already. So I think that's it. Sorry I run off just a second ago, but the customer was at the door, so that's more important than doing the video. So there we go. Merry Christmas everyone, and I'll see you most likely in the new year. Thanks very much. Bye.